Now, don't get me wrong, I do oversleep some because my morning routines, I'm still trying to figure out I'm going to navigate that, because I was doing morning routines where I get up at 5 and I would go to the gym from 5 to 6:30, come home, write, read my Bible, pray, meditate that, and then go into like working. That has not necessarily happened because I've been oversleeping. However, a win is a win. So I'll get my 8 hours of sleep in. And then what I also have been doing is when those days happen, which has been more often than not, I end up going to the gym in the afternoon. So around 11, 12. I have been going more consistently. I've swum this week. I went yesterday, the day before. So I've gone 3 days this week. And then I'm going to go for a walk today, this afternoon. And then I might go to the gym Saturday. Sunday is my rest day for everything. It's like my sacred Sundays, and I just want to rest. And so that is that. I try to swim more, but I'm happy because I've been lifting weights more than swimming. And I weighed myself this morning. And I'm going to do another weigh in at the end of the month. I weighed myself this morning and I was 247. And I believe when I started, I was 250. Well, now 3 pounds. It's taking some time, but I'm getting there. I have a goal by my birthday. I want to be down 10 pounds. So finding my flow. And then my eating it's changed a little bit. I've been eating a little bit more frequently, but I've been also making sure that I'm eating healthier snacks. Like I'll eat I have some dark chocolate and almonds. I mean, it's chocolate. I love my chocolate. Or I'll eat some apples and cottage cheese, or like smoked salmon and grapes or something like that. So I've been changing my eating habits as well. I'm actually, when I get off of here, I'm going to go ahead and make me some salmon and some roasted vegetables for lunch, and having my protein shakes when I come in. Like yesterday, I had a protein, I did leg day. So my fitness, I feel like I'm more on track with that, where I also have a calendar right here. I marked off a couple days on my calendar. I still got to go back and write down, like mark off all of the days, because I just didn't go back through my LA Fitness check-ins. So I've been doing that. And so for my mental health, I have found myself to be more at peace. I'm more calm. I don't rush as much, and I'm identifying things that I don't like. Like I don't like to rush. I don't like to be rushed. I'm trying to stop procrastinating. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting things done quicker, because I realize that I don't want to work under constant pressure. I'm okay working under pressure when needed, but if it's unnecessary and I can get stuff done right away, then let me just do that. So, and I'm also finding myself in a nice flow when I'm working. That is great. Spiritual, still working on my routines, Bible reading and prayer, still trying to find my time. Well, I can find time. I need to do it. There's no excuses. I just need to do it. So my mental health and my physical health is fine. When it comes to finances, I'm still trying to work on my developing healthier habits. With that, I'm just still trying to find help. I have to work on my habits when it comes to finances. Not that I spend a lot, but I'm also in the process. I just offboarded a client, a subcontract client. I see some contracts and bids I could put in for different contracts for clients. So I've been doing that. I've been networking more, which is really interesting, because when it comes to networking, one of my goals was to do a virtual networking event every week, and then one in-person networking event once a month. This month I've gone to in-person networking events, and I have another one that I want to attend tomorrow, but we're going to see. But I've been doing my due diligence to make sure I go to more in-person networking events, because honestly, it's really interesting now that I'm doing it a little bit more. I'm not as drained. The last one I went to was actually pretty fun. And it was just, I feel like I was a kid just learning and talking to people, and just a lot of the times I wasn't even talking about business. I was just talking about stuff that, just day-to-day stuff that we like, and just learning their story and developing a relationship with them, to grow genuine connection, instead of it just being like, here's my business card, here's my business card, here's my business card, because people can Google what you do and find someone, but learning more about how people do business and how they build relationships has been something that I've been focusing on. So I will say the virtual networking events I have been missing, but the in-person networking events I've actually been going to. So I think it was one that I missed, and that was because I also realized my boundary is I don't have the energy to do back-to-back in-person networking events. So and I might get to a point where I'll be okay, and I might have to challenge myself, but I'm like, okay, this one I could do, but if I go to another one this next day, I'm exhausted. And that actually happened to me last month, where I did 2 back-to-back, and I was exhausted. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I felt the second one I was like I wasn't there. So that's that. I did offboard a client, which is okay for me because I'm also in the process of learning the type of clients that I want to work with, the type of business structure I want to work with. I mean, people I want to work with, personalities. And I found that someone that I was working on micromanaging, and I have to also, I'm someone who enjoys working by myself, and checking in like, hey, this is done, this, that, and the third. And I work with people that's just like, they trust that I'm able to do it because I've shown that I can. And so when someone's constantly questioning me and the things that I'm doing, I'm constantly having to explain things over and over again. Not that there's something wrong with it, but if you're telling me to do something and I do it the way you need me to do it and you question why I did it, that's a problem for me. So I ended up, the relationship just didn't work out. And so right now I am in the process of kind of revamping and restructuring the type of business that I'm doing and understanding my avatar for my clients. I've even thought about like just applying for W-2 work instead of 1099 and contract work and that. So when it comes to business, I have some things that I'm trying to work on when it comes to systems and operations, as that's how I support people. I have to be able to support myself too. So that's where I'm kind of getting into a space where I'm like, I want to be able to pay people, but I don't have enough to pay people to help me. So that's my thing that I'm working on right now with that. So I feel like I'm making progress in those areas of networking and building relationships and really understanding like how to fine tune certain things, get better with storytelling development, and also get better with storytelling and development, and then also my marketing. So, and I'm also about to sign up with the local chamber, 2 local chambers of commerce. I had 2 leads. One of them, I have to follow back up with them in a couple weeks. Another one, they just said they're going to hold off on my services because they're going to focus on something else right now, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. So that's health, business, let's talk, education, and upskilling. I had to sign up for, y'all know I want to do sign language. So I ended up signing up for a live class. It starts in May. I still have my, I think it was Kentucky. I did sign up for a 9-week program with a self-paced, and I'm realizing that I need to be able to have someone hold me accountable. So I need to be able to meet with someone to help me go through and learn. I'm not always the best at like keeping myself on track with things. I'm still learning my digital marketing courses. I've fallen behind on that. So, and then not only that, but then I also found out about an Asana certification, and I'm like, okay, we could get this done. And I'm always trying to learn something new, and I don't give myself an opportunity to finish the course that I already have in progress before I want to jump on something else. So I'm like, stop, focus on what you have now, do those things, and then, you know, if you need to stack, if you're able to, if you have the capacity to, then do that. But y'all, yes. So that's one thing that I'm doing, is getting back on track with my studies. And that's that for my education, because I know I spoke to you all about like learning a new skill, which my upskilling is just remote leadership, and then also my digital marketing and my writing, which I have about 10 pages of my screenplay written. Then my mind tells me to switch to something else, but I'm trying to stay focused. Y'all. So my mind tells me to switch to something else, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to finish it out. But I spoke this, and I'm going to do it. 2026, I'm going to be releasing a series, and it's going to be successful. I'm speaking this into existence. So once I finish my feature, I'm going to work on my series. I did sign up for Black Film Space again, so I have my membership with them. And then I signed up for Gotham Screenwriters Scholarship. I didn't get accepted to that, but it's not actually, I'm realizing like I have been rejected by a lot of the screenwriting organizations, and for some reason, at first I was like, dang, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. But it's not going to deter me because I know my greatness and I know my abilities to write and the stories that need to be told. And sometimes it's like, it's kind of like interviewing to me. Like, I don't know how to always fill out the applications for it to be something that is like, that grabs the person's attention and be like, oh yes, I actually absolutely want this person to be like a part of this program. I'm never selected. I'm never selected for anything really, to be honest. Unless I'm paying for it, of course, because I'm paying for it. But I've never been someone who is selected for the scholarships or the organizations or the programs or the fellowships and things like that. So it can be disheartening. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to apply again. But at the same time, it's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do, which is doing my writing and getting my films out there and getting my stories told. That's it. And I have been more diligent in my writing, and I've been more diligent in my learning my storytelling and my marketing, because I'm also going to be connecting those two with my digital marketing and storytelling. So I have The Artist Way, which is a book I'm going to be working on. I'll tell you guys about that when I start the process. I have Story, I have Save the Cat, I have Stories That Stick, and I have The Artist Way. I also have Building a Story brand, which is more so marketing and branding, but those are books that I'm going to be reading more about, and then rereading The Big Leap, because that's a really good book. And so that's that. When it comes to hobbies, y'all, I'm excited because I officially have a garden. Like, so I signed up for my county harvest, right? They have a harvest program where you can rent garden plots, and it's $35 for the year. You have to volunteer at least 24 hours of volunteer work to renew the plots. So I just wanted to, try. I don't know nothing about gardening. Nothing. So I'm going to go. I wanted to go today, but I think it's going to be a little chilly or it's going to rain. So I'm going to end up going over the weekend, but soon I'm going to be going to start my garden. My sister's going to help me because she loves, she's learning a lot about gardening and plant care and things like that. I don't have a green thumb. Every plant that I've ever had has that. And when I was like doing really good, I over fertilized one of them, and I was heartbroken because I was proud of myself. But so that is something that I'm excited about doing, is my garden. And then I saw somewhere that there's a kickball team for women in my area, but I also really want to start playing tennis. So that's something I'm also looking into. I don't have the ends or do a clinic or anything like that. So I'm just going like, hey ladies, anybody want to play tennis? You could teach me. So that's something I'm going to start doing. And then like hiking, because it's getting warmer out, so I'll be able to get out a little bit more. When it comes to my social life, it's non-existent a little bit. I find myself that I am kind of going out a little bit more. I did go out to dinner a couple times this month. And I'm just really finding events to go to, like art shows, festivals, local events, reaching out to people that I haven't talked to in a while just to see if we can catch up, maybe get the kids together. I've had people that's like, hey, let's do something these next couple months. So I'm just finding stuff and reaching out to people that may be interested in hanging out. So that's it right now. I would say so far the things that I feel have really changed is my energy and my ambition and my drive. And I've also been a little bit more consistent. So I feel bad because I feel like I should have more video. I should have more B-roll. I should have more content where you actually see me doing the things that I say I'm doing. And so I've gone to the gym a couple times this week, and I was like, oh, I don't know where it's at, but I have one of those magnetic phone holders that I could just stick on one of the machines. At first it wasn't working, but I realized because it was another magnet on it, so it wasn't working. So I have more content of me being in the gym to, kind of show y'all what I'm doing. And my body isn't hurting the way it was before because I've been a little bit more consistent and pacing myself instead of going in there and thinking that I'm the Hulk and I can do everything. But yeah, so I am excited. The things that have changed is my motivation, my consistency, especially when it comes to the gym. I'm still working in other areas to be consistent, and I'm actually going to be working on a nighttime routine and a morning routine. So I think right now I'm going to work on my evening routine because it'll allow me to set myself up for a successful morning. And then what does that look like for me, right? And I'll share that with you, of course. And another thing that I found has changed is my energy. Like, I'm so at peace. I'm very calm. I get frustrated at times, as we all do, but I'm finding myself in a space where I feel free. I feel calm. I'm happy. I'm happier. My energy is higher. And I don't necessarily feel defeated the way I used to feel, be defeated by things. If it doesn't happen, and I'm like, oh, things doesn't go the way I want it. Not that I'm a spoiled brat, but things doesn't go the way I would like for them to go. I kind of spaz a little bit, or it kind of takes me out. I take a hit. So it doesn't affect me the way that it used to. And I just have a lot of stuff that I'm exploring. I want to get a camera because I've been wanting to get this DJI 3. I've seen it in real life and I'm like, I want that. But right now, if the phone is all I got, then the phone is all I got. So I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you appreciate this update. Thank you so much if you watched this video to this point. I'm going to be able, this is my commitment to you. I'm going to show up weekly. I'm going to show up weekly. It's a challenge for me to be consistent. I want to actually be consistent. And there's 3 platforms I say I'm going to be consistent in. That's LinkedIn, because it allows me to connect professionally, business owners, and that. Substack, because it helps me with my, it helps me study my shows, because I do have a Substack called Seen It All, and I have another one called Radically You, but I'm figuring out which one I really want to lean more into. And Seen It All is more so creative, storytelling, books, and film and entertainment. So that one, and then also my YouTube, because I do want to definitely show up more on this platform and be more consistent. And those are my 3 pillars that I'm going to be focusing my energies and efforts on. So you'll see more of me, more consistent. I feel like I say this all the time, and I probably shouldn't keep saying that. I'm going to just do it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you watch it to this point and you like what you hear, you like my personality, and you ain't got bored, and you're in, please be sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, insights on my day-to-day life, running a business, being a creative, and revamping who I am as a woman in her 30s. So see you next time. Bye.